Hello, everyone. This is my 7-round NFL mock draft for the Kansas City Chiefs using PFF's simulator. If you love mock drafts and simulations, PFF, ProFootballFocus.com. They've got the best one in the business. You can make trades. You can adjust the different kind of settings for the big board, randomness settings. It's just got a ton of customization ability, and it's a lot of fun. Check it out if you like doing that. Okay. Let's jump right in. At pick number 32, I selected Trayvon Diggs, cornerback out of Alabama or University of Alabama. And then also I want to join in the 63rd pick. I selected Cameron Dantzler, cornerback out of Mississippi State. You notice a trend here. Corners, corners, corners. Kansas City, last year, one of the big reasons that I'll start this again. One of the big reasons why Kansas City won the Super Bowl last year, or well, it's not a big reason, but it's an important reason, I'll say, is that they had average cornerback play throughout the group. And what do I mean by that? The cornerback and the secondary is a weak link positional group. And what I mean by that is that it's not about your best player in the group. It's not a top-heavy kind of positional group. It's about the third, the fourth, the sixth player that you have on that roster. It's about the weakest link. So the Kansas City Chiefs, they need to replenish their depth because they've Bashard Breeland, I don't think's re-signed. There's another corner, I can't think of his name. Sorry about that. But they've lost a lot of depth this year, and they need to replenish that. That's super, super important. If they take something like if they trade Chris Jones and take a defensive tackle at 32 or something like that, and then take I don't know, like a linebacker, like Patrick Queen or Kenneth Murray at 32, I think that would be amazingly stupid on their part, because that's not going to move the needle. A coverage linebacker would help, but it wouldn't help as much as just having an average cornerback. Now, Cameron Dantzler, the second guy that I took, the reason why he fell this far is because there's concerns about his speed, and on his tape, he grabs and really kind of not mauls wide receivers, but he takes advantage of the college rule that I believe you're able to be a lot more aggressive and a lot more physical with the way that you just touch and grab and hold wide receivers at the collegiate level, and he really used that to his advantage, or took advantage of that. Moving on to the last three picks, I'm going to do that all in combination. 96 was KJ Hill, wide receiver, Ohio State University. 138, Prince Tega, I'm sorry, offensive tackle, Auburn. And then 177, Davion Taylor, linebacker, University of Colorado. Here, I felt like Sammy Watkins, he's not going to be on the team for that much longer. Kelsey and, Hill. Yeah, their top two wide receivers are going to be there for a long time, I feel like. But the third player, Sammy Watkins, and whoever else that might be, that's a spot that they're going to need to replenish in the future years. So KJ Hill, I think, can do that. He's not a speedster like they got last year with Mecole Hardman. Tyreek Hill, Jesus effing bananas. Sorry, I've been doing a lot of these mock drafts, and I have to keep track of thousands of players. So I forget people's names once in a while. So anyway, back to this. But KJ Hill, he's not a super speedster like Hardman was last year that they have already, but he's a great route runner, and he can give them something different to help replace some of that production that Sammy Watkins had for them this past year. Even though Watkins is still with the team, I don't think he's going to be with the team that much longer. And then the offensive tackle, obviously Mitchell Schwartz, he's one of, if not the best right tackle in the game right now, but he is a bit older. And then obviously Eric Fisher, he's a very solid player. So I felt like having some more tackle depth was fine, especially at pick 138, because there wasn't a lot of other great players that I liked there. I'd already taken two cornerbacks and a wide receiver. I think that's the those two positions are really important to address for the Kansas City Chiefs. And since I had already done that, I felt like it was okay to take a tackle prospect. This guy, Prince Tega, I'm not. I watched a lot of Jack Driscoll. He was the right tackle for Auburn. He did really well. I didn't see that much from Prince Tega. I think he's a solid player, and he certainly could probably add some depth. And then finally with Davion Taylor, he's a guy that actually plays, when you watch his tape, he plays more of a safety role. He doesn't play like in between the offensive tackles lined up as a linebacker very often. He's actually lined up more so as a safety. And so he's really like almost like a slot cornerback / box safety. I almost consider him that, or that's the role that I think he will be able to fulfill at the next level a lot better than actually like a middle linebacker who's lining up in between the tackles. So basically, in this draft for the Chiefs, I wanted to address their secondary a ton, and I did that with 2 cornerbacks, and then Taylor, the linebacker, he's more like a third cornerback or another safety. So I really like that to help strengthen. Then a wide receiver and tackle, just to give them some more depth and maintain that fantastic offensive ammunition that Kansas City has right now. Okay, well, thank you very much for listening. If you made it the entire way through, I'd give you a hug and shake your hand and buy you a beer. But anyway, I hope you have a great day, and take care. Bye-bye.